on more upper body. Some wrist rehab, we'll do some shoulder rehab and some upper back work. So I see there's already quite a few people online, so that's good. So we'll so to begin with, I'll ask you to come into a comfortable position seated on the floor. I'm just going to move the phone forward so you can see me better. Okay. So you can sit, and I'll just show you this kneeling so you can see me better. So to start off, I want you to interlace your fingers and really just push the palms out and then bring them back in. So start by pushing out and bringing the hands back in towards your chest. Palms out, straighten the elbows and back in. And do that 15 times. So I'm at 4, 5, 6, 8. And if you do this right, so to speak, you will feel that opening up, even up from the neck down. So we'll do 3 more. Hands in, palms out, in, out, in, out. Good. And then place your hands on top of one another. Push your elbows out far, and there should be a little bit of pressure on the hands. So you're pushing in through this part of your palm, and then push your hands, your fingers out to point at me, at the camera, at your phone, and then in and further towards your chest. And out, and back in towards your chest. And out, and back in. Adrian joined us. This is a wrist, shoulder, and upper back rehab. Might be good for the swimming. So in and out. We'll do 10 more. Out. Keep the pressure on your palms. 4, 5, 6, 7, and last 3. And last 1. Good. Drop your arms for a second. Interlace your fingers again. And actually, I'll do something. I'll let you all start with these waves. It says, I got a request to be in my live video. Adrian, do you want to be? Hold on. Adrian, are you just saying hi? I've actually never had anybody on the video, but I think that's something to explore. So we'll do these waves. Your fingers are interlaced. This looks funny, but it's actually good for your wrists to warm up this whole forearm area. And we'll do 10 more. 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you might see that one hand initiates it. So now you're going to interlace the other way, which feels awkward, and push with the opposite hand. So now your fingers are just overlapping in a different way. And we'll do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now I'll ask you to extend your right arm out and hold the fingers. So pull the fingers down and back towards your body while extending the elbows straight. If you have a tendency to overextend, try to just go to a straight position and not let the elbow come up here. So just pull back. Hold for a second. That should feel really nice above here. At the side. And do that 15 times. This will be pretty intense for some people who have a tendency to develop wrist pain and now I'm blanking on carpal tunnel. And especially if you tend to type a lot on your phone and use your thumbs, then this is a good way to open up the palm, open up the thumb, and by extension, open up this area that tends to get really painful. So let's just do a few more across. So 3 more, 2, and 1. Okay. And then do the other side. So start by pulling out, stretching out. And then start moving your thumb across, opening up. And just a few more, 2 more, and 1. Okay. All right. And then bring your arms out to the side, and we've done these quite a lot. Now you can come up onto your knees as well. So if you were seated until now, that's all right. Now come onto your knees and start by just circling forward. And for this one, you can make a slight fist. So circle forward. We'll do 15 forward and then 15 back. Good. And then bigger circles. One arm forward and then the other one. We'll do 20 of those. And then reverse. This is good for your neck, for your upper back. 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And then to open up the whole side, we're going to lean. And instead of alternating arms, you lean across and just pulse. So you can relax the arm overhead. You're opening up from the hip up. And then do the other side. So the arm comes across, but it's relaxed. And just pulse. Ten more. And 5 left. Okay. And then still while we're on the knees, and they shouldn't hurt, so your knees should just keep you up. Sometimes it helps isolating the top from the bottom on the knees more than on the legs. You're going to interlace your fingers, place them bending, and if you extended the arms out. Keep your hips forward and keep your core engaged. Twist. We'll do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then gently pull your neck forward and extend up and really push back. So arch and push your chest out, neck down, and then arch and look up at the ceiling and neck down, curl up tight and open up and look at the ceiling. Down. You can inhale and look up. No yanking on the back, on the neck. Really just a gentle rounding and a gentle opening, initiated by your elbows. And then 4 more. 3. Open up. 2. And then 1 more. Lean forward. And open up. Okay, good. So now you can stand up. Stand up, shake out the legs a little bit. We're still focusing on the arms. So when someone has shoulder problems, they make them do V's, T's, and M's. And so we'll work our way through those, just working different angles of the shoulder. And I think for everyone who's been sitting and working and leaning forward, it's also good to open up the chest and just get that mobility in here when a lot of us are hunched forward at the moment and just our posture is not the best. So we'll start off with an M, and that's an active M. So you're not just like letting the arms fly up and fall down. You're driving the elbows up and then down into a V and then down. And so throughout this thing, your back is at a 45-degree angle, your knees are bent. And so you're engaging up here, and then you're working the shoulder as well. So you're coming up and then into a V. And up again and forward. 3, we're doing 15 rounds. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, and then 1 more, and 15, and done. Good. Okay, and then we're going into a T. So now we'll actually do the same thing, but standing up straight. So you're coming into a T and then a V, but everything is a little higher up. So the T is, you're standing straight, so normal bent knees, normal leaning forward. You're coming up to shoulder level, and this is active again, so you feel like there's traction pulling your hands out to the side. Into a T, and then a V, this time all the way up over your head. And we'll do that 15 times. Up and up here. Straight up and into a V. You can lift your arms and still try and bring your shoulder blades down and together. And I saw mums, the word style was on. This is all safe for pregnant ladies. Five more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Shake out the arms. So sometimes that feels like we've actually done a lot of work. So now we're going to shake it out. So this should feel good. You're letting the arms just fly up. Now you're not holding them up. Your legs are wide, so you're nice and stable. And then you slap yourself across up here by your lats. So up and across. You can drop your head. We'll just do 10 more. And last one. Good. Okay, and then I'll ask you to either find a chair or a little surface like I have. This is a dresser. And you'll place one hand on top, feet are about hip width apart. You lean forward, but lean your hips back. And the hand on top is flat. Now this other arm is going to come up and you twist and you come back down. And my back has been a bit tight, and I think it's because I've been running with the stroller. So when I just did that, I almost felt like a cramp coming on. So lean and look up and back down. Do that 15 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And last 3. Okay, and then switch sides. So there's a wall here, so I have difficulty doing it that way. So I'm just going to pretend like I have a chair or a surface here. I'm just going to place my hand on this handle. And so same thing on the other side. Open up and down. 2, 3, 4. And 3 more. 2 and 1. Okay. And then place both elbows onto that surface. So your legs are straight, your hips are pushed back. You have your elbows on a dresser, and then you just drop your head. And from here, you're going to bend your knees, which adds to the stretch up top, and extend the legs 15 times. And last 5. Okay. Good, so that should be a pretty deep opener in the upper back. As you can tell, as much as I preach being better about your posture and your upper back, I don't always live it. So this was actually a good opening for me. And then from here, we're going to work the back just a little bit more. So feet are wide. You're going to lean forward, hands on the hips, with a straight back. Strong through the legs. Lean, 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 lean. The top of your head is reaching forward. And then let everything hang. And then roll up standing. And do that just 5 times. Lean forward, hinging from the hip. And then let go. And come back up. 3 more times. Lean. Let go. 2 more. Lean forward. And come back up. And last one. Lean, hinge from the hip. And drop everything down. Now actually interlace your fingers behind your back. Reach up. And here, if you can't really access that, you can stay here. If you can, extend your arms to almost straight or straight. I'll show you both versions. If you're here, you can basically have your hands on your back. You're going to bend your right knee, look over to your left and up, and then bend your left knee, look over to your right and up. And you can do the same with your arms straight. So we'll do that 10 times with each leg. Bend your right knee, look, straight, stretch and straighten the left knee. Bend your left knee, straighten the right leg, and look over your right shoulder and up. And switch. And switch. And switch. 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 See if you can initiate this from your back, so your arms are moving across. There's also a little bit of a stretch in the hamstring. But gradually your arms should feel like they're just melting up and over your head. Shoulders should feel a little more open. 3 more. And last one. Good. Let your arms on your head. Good. And then we're going to come down onto the mat again. So you can, I'm just going to tilt this so you can see it better. Come onto all fours. And we're going to stretch out the back. So back, shoulders, chest. We're going to start off on all fours. Reach ahead. And then switch arms. So the right arm is going to lift, and then it reaches under the left shoulder, down to the ground. Head comes down, stretch out. So gentle and intentional movement today. And then come back up. Come to lie on your back. And I want you to interlace your fingers behind your back. So you're just lifting your hips a bit. Interlace your fingers right here under the hips. Now shimmy one shoulder under, then shimmy the other shoulder under. So it's like you're trying to fold them under your back. And now lower your hips onto your hands. So there's a stretch from your shoulder through your elbow, through your forearm. Your head is a little tilted back. And just enjoy this arch in your upper back and the stretch. Let's take 3 deep inhales. Inhale into the chest and lift a little. Exhale. Let that drop. Twice more. Inhale up. And exhale. And last one. Inhale. And then exhale. Release the hands. Release the shoulders. Good. Extend your arms to the side. Lift your legs up. We've worked the upper back mostly, but now we're going to drop the legs to the right side, up through center, over to the left side. We'll do 10 on each side. You decide how far down you go, how much wringing out you can do, how much twisting you want to do. This is part core and part massaging. 4, 5, 6. If you pull your knees up to your chest, it's a little easier and it's also less strain on your lower back. And last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and then I want you to bring your knees in, curl up tight, which also means you're bringing your face up towards your knees. And then place your head back down on the mat. Extend your legs up, hold on to them, and then push your hips up higher. So we're coming into an inversion. You can do this softly with your knees bent. You can curl up to where your knees are closer to your face, or you can try and really extend up with a fairly straight hip. And let's just stay here for 30 seconds. So you want your feet to be really stiff, and we're asking it to curve and warm up a little bit. There's almost like a warm fluid is running down your spine. And that's a good sign that we've added some mobility. And then bend your knees. Bring them really close to your forehead. If you can, bring them closer to your ears. So you separate the knees and you create even more curving in the back. Reach your arms, if you don't want to hold your back, out towards where your feet would have been. And then if you feel comfortable and your back allows it, come into a full plow pose. So your feet are now on the ground behind your head. And just a few more seconds here. And then when you're coming back out of this, use your hands first to support your lower back. Come back into this curled up position with your knees close to your forehead. And then basically move your knees towards your chin. And then move them towards your chest. And then roll out slowly. Place your feet down. Place your feet wider than mat width. And then let your knees collapse in. For a moment, make 2 fists. Place your fists upright, like this, under your hips. So this is in lieu of a yoga block. Really let your knees collapse in. And for 30 seconds, just enjoy that space under your lower back and a flat upper back. Breathe into your belly. See if you're holding on to anything in your belly. Let it expand when you inhale. And then remove your fists. Extend your legs out long. And then turn your palms up Close your eyes. See if you can feel your back connecting to the floor. The back of your head is connecting to the floor. Your shoulders are. If before this session you were really hunched forward, your shoulders were probably not touching the floor. Now you can see if you feel the heaviness that connects your shoulder blades and then the top part of your shoulder to the ground. 3 more deep inhales. Exhale. 2 more. And then last one, deep inhale. Expand through the chest. And then exhale. And then bend one knee. Bend the other knee. Drop your knees over to the right side. Or maybe I'm on your other side. And then press up. Just sit cross-legged for a moment. There's a bit of a rush of blood to the head. See how your shoulders feel. They should feel good. The chest should feel more open. And yeah, so that was our wrist, shoulder, back rehab. I hope you enjoyed this. And then tomorrow we're on for 4 p.m. one more time before we then resume at 5:30 New York time and 6 a.m. AEST Sydney time, and then 7:30 a.m. the last 2 days of this week. And that will be cardio. And wait, we have 3 more. Yes, so it's cardio tomorrow, and then another rehab session, and then another cardio session later in the week. So I'm glad that was so much needed. Yeah, same here. My back was really jacked up, as you might have seen. Like occasionally it actually takes my breath away if I don't do it. So be well, be healthy, and I hope you all sleep well. Missing everyone in the US, and I'll see you again very soon. Okay, bye.